Welcome to Sisters Before Blisters, Chafing the Dream. Hi, I'm Cheryl.
I'm Christine.
And I'm Colleen.
We're three sisters living in three different countries who thought it would be a brilliant idea to sign up for a 70.3 Ironman triathlon as a relay team.
That's 1.2 miles of swimming, 56 miles of biking, and a half marathon, combined as a team, which sounds totally doable until you remember none of us are spring chickens anymore.
We're documenting every painful, hilarious, inspiring moment of our 13-month journey from what have we done to race day glory, or a complete disaster.
Expect training mishaps, sister drama, expert advice, and proof that the best terrible decisions are made with family. Let's do this. All right, welcome back to Sisters Before Blisters. If you are new here, we are three sisters training for a half Ironman in three different countries for three different disciplines. We're doing this as a relay. So I am the sister doing the bike, and my name is Cheryl, and I am in Canada.
I'm Christine, and I'm in Michigan. I'm the swimmer.
And I'm Colleen. I'm in Germany, and I'll be doing the running.
Awesome. So in this episode, we are just catching up with the sisters. We do not have a guest today. We wanted to make sure that we touch base with each other and see where we're at with training, with hurdles, with wins. And speaking of those, let's jump right into a quick update about those types of things. Christine, you mentioned that you had a little incident in the pool.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago I was swimming and my shoulder decided to go up and kind of felt weird for a little bit, but I kept going, just like swimmers always do, just keep swimming. And it's okay, I think. Find out.
Okay, so it didn't
We'll
like
find
come out of
out.
socket or
No, I didn't pop out of socket. I think
numbness
it was
tingling.
more like a tendon rolled over something or something like that. It was weird, but it's okay.
Ooh,
Okay, awesome.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colleen, how about you?
I started my in-person pelvic floor PT. So that's a plus. It's very slow going, but I think it's the little tiny stuff that I need to do first. So they've been really helpful in just 2 sessions already. And then I got new running shoes that I actually like and they fit. And so I'm excited to do a couple runs once the ice kind of thaws. I'll be going on a first run with them to see how they feel.
Yay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
awesome. And with the pelvic floor stuff, do you feel
Yeah.
like that is making running like a real possibility? Is it like where are you at with the pelvic floor stuff?
So I can play 70 minutes of a hard 90-minute soccer game and be okay. And then I can run, I would say 2.5, 3 miles before I start to feel depending on how hard I'm pushing, before I start to feel kind of uncomfortable. So trying to extend that time, of course,
Yeah.
because I'll
When you
need a
say
little bit more miles.
when you say uncomfortable, do you mean like in the pelvic region? Do you mean just
Yeah.
in like your whole body? Do you mean in your legs? What do you mean by that?
No, legs are feeling okay. I mean, they're still a little weak from, just building strength back up, but no, pelvic floor, I get this, they call it a heaviness feeling. And so I get that surrounding the entire pelvic floor, and I can tell when it doesn't feel quite right. And then I'll usually be sore the next day when that happens. So hopefully we'll have that all taken care of and feeling better, and we'll see.
Okay, good.
Am I, yeah.
So my update for this podcast is my right knee is still pretty inflamed. It's just getting more and more puffy. So I think a lot of it is cold. We have been doing a ton of rowing this go around the sisters have. And so I don't know if rowing is making it worse because it feels tight when I get started, but then the movement makes it feel better, but then later
Yeah.
it swells up again and it's pretty uncomfortable. So I don't know what's going on with my right knee exactly, but I know there's arthritis and a few other things, but to be more acute about the swelling, I'm not 100% sure that it's the rowing or if it's the cold, but not feeling awesome. Okay, making it hard. Well, for those of you who are looking for ways to be able to support us in this adventure, I highly encourage you to go to the bottom of the comments here and look for the GoFundMe link and add a couple bucks to our pot so we can pay for the race, so we can pay for race day equipment, and we have a great adventure and we support our supporters in a really prominent way. So that is our goal, is to be able to have the race registration equipment, race day needs taken care of, and be able to support our supporters in a fun way. So in addition to that, if you have questions, also put those in the comments. We want to hear from you. We want to know what's on your mind. What questions do you want to hear from the sisters? What equipment fails have you experienced? What training hurdles are you trying to get over? And how can we support you in your way of training? So please let us know in the comments. Otherwise, let's get into the sister discussion.
Yeah.
And
All right.
Colleen, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Do you go ahead if you had something else?
All you.
No. Okay. I was going to ask what, okay, so what are you guys doing for training, let's say this upcoming week, and why are you doing that for your training? So, Christine first.
So planning this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I will be in the pool for about 45 minutes. And I have been just trying to get through a mile swim, but then talking with the swim coach here, she's who I swim with, maybe needing to do some more drills, help build up some more shoulder strength and making sure that my stroke is not going to hurt my shoulders. I've tried to do some of the spotting, and it is definitely difficult to, like, instead of just swims for a mile, I can do that pretty easily, but trying to pick your head up and just remembering to pick your head up to look for, where you're supposed to be. I think in the open water, it's going to be more of a necessity, and in the pool, not really. So I think that's part of the challenge a little bit, but then just feeling my whole body sink. So then working on my kick and trying to just stay afloat and making it a quick peak and back in the water. So that's kind of more endurance. It's really cold and snowy and icy, so I have not been running. And so I'm missing that part of my normal routine. I would like to do a little bit more lifting, but I feel like my schedule is just not letting that happen between work and then running the kids around and just being tired and cold and not having the motivation to do it has been a big struggle for me. So the rowing competition, I started off strong and kind of gotten off of doing as much as I had that first week. But I'm still trying to finish strong. So that's something I feel a little defeated with the rowing, because you guys have a different rower than I do. And when I'm getting 3 to 4 meters per pull and you guys are getting 12 to 15, it's a little frustrating.
That's 12 to 15 if you just let it roll. Like, you get a good hard pull and you just sit there and watch it.
And you
like,
sit.
tick, 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 tick. But if you're continually going, you're getting 5.
I was going to say 4 or 5. Yeah.
It doesn't matter how fast or slow, I'm getting 3 to 4. I've watched it. I've counted it. And so it's just really, really frustrating.
But you have more meters than Colleen and I combined.
Yeah, this is true.
That first week I had 3 snow days, and so I had nothing to do with myself. So I sat there and watched a movie and just rode nice and easy. But for a very long time, my butt was sore.
I believe it. I believe it.
So, and I need to find more motivation. I think it's hard when it's cold and I'm in the garage and it's cold out there and so many other things going on. And I just want to be curled up in a blanket and enjoy being comfortable. And so I got to push through being uncomfortable for a little bit to help myself.
Yeah.
I think that comes into something that is also, it's frustrating. The winter blues really creep in this time of year, and it's just cold and dark, and our hormones change. They're a little bit depressed, or we're not excited to be out and about, and it's hard to stay motivated. Not
I
impossible.
agree.
It's a lot of mental. It's a lot of making yourself go do something. I always feel better when I do something
Yeah,
after.
I do too.
Yeah,
After,
after.
like
Yes.
when I swim in the morning, I can feel all my muscles start to like tighten throughout the day and stuff like that. But like, okay, I accomplished something before I even have to go to work. Like I'm doing very well and feel proud of myself. So,
Yeah. I guess that's another like good question too. Like what's I'll add it onto yours answer too, Cheryl. What is your like what is your ideal workout time that you like to work out, and when do you get to work out?
That's a great question. So uh I my body loves to work out at 4 p.m. I don't usually get to work out at 4 p.m. because that's usually the end of the workday, and I'm trying to like get out all the work stuff done for the next day, and my sleep's always a problem. So I feel like that changes how I get to work out as well. I would love to work out in the morning. I would love to work out the first thing that I get when I get up. But usually I'm like waking up late and then I got to get to work. And so I don't get to do the ideal thing that I really want to do. My body doesn't like to cooperate in that way. So sometimes it gets to be later in the evening when I'm working out. My body is warmer and feels more limber in the afternoons anyway. So I feel like I'm fighting my hormones. I feel like I'm fighting my flexibility. I'm fighting my sleep. And I don't feel like I've gotten a really good pattern that works in all cylinders. I feel like I'm constantly especially when it comes to sleep, it feels like I am working against the grain constantly. When I would travel to China, which is completely on the other side of the world, completely flipped. I would do so well. I would be able to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I would get a workout in. I would get to have a full-on breakfast. I would get a bunch of emails knocked out, and then I would go to work. I would get, the lab or wherever I was going that day, conference or whatever. And it would be awesome all day long. I was totally with the grain. My hormones, my awakeness, my body, everything felt awesome. And then I would be tired at like 8:30 at night and I would go to sleep and I would fall asleep immediately. And then I'd wake up in the morning again and then do it all over. And as soon as I get back home, I am going against, it's like
natural cycle.
yeah,
Yeah.
my natural cycle is totally screwed up when I'm here. I don't know how long I would screw up once I was there. Like if how long would it take for me to flip over there, right?
Right, right.
But it's an interesting experiment to feel so congruent on the other side of the world than it is here.
Do you think
That's
people
what I
around the world move to fit their natural cycle?
Maybe.
I mean, if you were feeling so much better over there, I know you didn't always enjoy being over there,
No.
but if that's where you felt you were the most productive,
I mean, you could find a similar time zone
yes.
and be
Yeah, we'd go to Australia or New Zealand or something along those
yeah,
lines.
Yes.
yeah, yeah. And maybe somewhere that you would prefer to be. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly,
Okay.
but then the question that I ask myself all the time, how long until I flip and have a problem there?
What if you don't? What
Yeah,
if
what
that's
if
where you're
it's like
supposed to
what
be?
if your sleep cycle is so like strong and I don't know, Cheryl, hard-headed. I don't know where that
Where would that come
that
from?
it's I have no idea. But
I have no
if
idea.
that's you know what I mean? But if that's like what your body is just like, nope, this is it, no matter what, and that's where you're comfortable.
Yeah, possibly.
You'd have
I
to
mean,
test it.
we've talked about it. more than once about maybe doing an experiment, but
It's an expensive
that's an
experiment.
experiment. It's a very expensive experiment.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I feel like it's been okay. To answer your question about like what am I training? I've
Training.
been doing a ton of
Yeah.
rowing, particularly because of the Sisters Challenge. I need to get on the bike. I think that'll help my knee a little bit, but also I need to not push so hard. I think that might be part of why my knee is so swollen. Because when I'm push off of the rower, I'm trying to push through my heels
Yeah.
and stay on the posterior side of that knee rather than
Yeah.
the anterior where it shears.
Right.
So,
Which is correct for rowing, by the way. It's supposed to be, similar to a deadlift. So you want to use that posterior chain as much as possible. You get more power that way. But it's hard too because you have to have that flexibility. And if your knee's swollen, you don't necessarily have that flexibility to come into the rower to keep that foot flat enough to push off that heel. Almost everyone always ends up a little bit on their toes at least. It's a struggle. It's tough to stay, those feet flat on that platform.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
With that too, like on one of my knees, I have I don't know, you said it was like a bone spur or something, but I cannot touch my heel to my butt. Like it will not go, even with like tears coming out my eyes. It is like something's in the way, it's not moving. But on the rower, I can get it closer. So I do think that the rower has helped a little bit with the flexibility. Not that I can, get my heel to touch my butt, but I think that it's just working that motion more consistently than what I do on a daily basis. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, I think that's a plus.
That is a plus.
Awesome. Yeah. That's as long as it's helpful. That's good. Yeah.
How about you, Colleen?
Well,
How about your
yeah,
training?
Uh, it's sporadic and when I can. It's hard with the two little ones for sure. They tend to interrupt a lot. So I have to kind of pick and choose my battles as far as like what I'm doing as training. So as you guys know, my meters are not anywhere near both of yours. So it's sometimes I'm like, okay, I know my body needs strength training today, so I'll do that first and then try to do the rowing second. Sometimes the rowing gets pushed aside if,
but I
Elliot's
think
having a
your
bad day
strength
or
training has definitely showed up because with the burpees, you were way above everybody else. So you definitely have the strength going for you.
I am a strong burpier. I just I'm short, I'm low to the ground. I can get up enough. I can get off the ground pretty quickly. Yeah. I'm a good burpier, but I don't know. We're like I said, it's not as consistent as I want to be. So I do 2 times a week. I volunteer to lead a class with moms. So like kids are welcome. So there's interruptions, of course, still, but I program workouts for them, and we all work out together. And so just trying to make sure people move safely and they get something in. And so I do that twice a week. So I have a guarantee that that's going to happen, which is helpful. And then sometimes I'll row after because they have rowers at the gym where we meet. And then I have Ian and our neighbors set up a nice little room for me. So now I can have the kids down there and just put like a baby gate up. And I have like a table down there and we have Play-Doh down there. And so they have some activities. And we have, the Jolly Jumper for Eloise. And so there's a little bit more of a chance. I just have to get everyone down the stairs to down the apartment, 6 flights of stairs to the basement, get everyone set up, and then I get to work out. So yeah, it's just a struggle, but it's doable. It's just
More planning involved.
yes, more planning, more emotions, everyone's emotions to deal with, everyone's schedule to deal with. Yeah. So more factors.
Will the change in weather help at all?
I mean, I'll get to be outside and run. I'm trying to get Elliot to ride his bike a little bit more. So my hope is that because he doesn't want to sit in the stroller, he doesn't think that's fun. So he wants to walk, which means we walk at a toddler pace. Not helpful for me at all. So I'm trying to get him to ride his bike so then we can at least do like loops and I can put Eloise in the stroller and then we can do like loops and he can ride his bike for part of it. And then when he gets tired, I can put him in the stroller. And so that's my plan. We'll see how that goes. So warmer weather should help, and the sun comes up sooner. So then I'm not having to bundle them up to take them outside and feel bad if they're out in the cold too long, kind of a thing. So that will help for sure.
Now, you guys have a very similar temperature change like we do, right? So you probably
Mhm.
will start seeing sunshine in, well, end of April.
Um, I think we
Why are
start
you
a little bit
laughing,
earlier.
Christine?
I hope it's sooner than that.
Well, where you want to be outside.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, like March.
I was gonna say I think we get March. I think I'll count on March.
Okay.
April's a long way away.
It is a long way away, but I don't start feeling really good about being outside until like end of May, to be honest.
Well, then it's like
I don't
actually
mind.
warm.
Yeah, I don't mind if it's
Summertime.
cold. I don't mind running in cold and stuff as long as it's safe. The roads aren't ice. I don't
Yeah,
mind being out there in the
50s and
cold.
60s I'm
It's
good with.
taking the yeah, it's taking the kids out with me when I go. So I either have to go on my own, which takes some more planning, or I can take them with me, which is still planning, but I have to make sure that they're comfortable and warm too and not getting cold. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I know from my own experience that if you put them in the stroller, and the littlest one may take a nap when it doesn't really fall into natural nap time, and then it screws off bedtime, and then that's just a whole nother headache. So you have to be strategic with when you do this, and it's definitely not in your cycle of when you feel like working out.
No, no, I have to go in the morning. I like Cheryl, I'm an afternoon person. 2 p.m. Perfect. 2 p.m. Perfect time for me to work out. My body's warmed up, it's ready to go. Um yeah, 10 in the morning. I used to be like a 6 a.m.er. Like I used to wake up and like go to classes at 6 a.m. and 5 a.m. and that's what I always coached. But um my body was never prepared fully. Like I knew I could always do better in a workout later in the afternoon. Um yeah, no, this is gonna have to be like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. is when I'm gonna have to get it in because it's before they get crabby.
Mm-hmm.
And I can like give them a snack and they'll sit and like have a snack. So yeah,
Snacks fix everything.
sometimes.
Play-Doh.
Most of the time. Take them outside, give them a snack. Most of the time they're good. Sometimes. Yeah.
What's the most ridiculous place you've squeezed in a workout? Parking lot stretches, hotel stairwell, sprints somewhere.
Line.
In line. Okay.
Like grocery store, bank, like if I'm feeling tight, I just start stretching and whatever. People think I'm weird. I don't care.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. If I'm standing somewhere, if I have to be somewhere, yeah, same. If I'm tight, like I'll, pull a leg up, do a little
Oh,
quad stretch, or
when I'm pumping gas,
I don't do
the
that.
little ledge is a great place for me to stretch my calves.
Okay. All right.
I'm shivering. I'm like, I want it to
Well,
be done
it's not
faster than.
always in the winter.
We're living in the now, Christine. We can't
Well, I mean,
be
I
thinking
still
about that
do
warm
it.
weather yet.
I have to stand there. You're not supposed to go back in your car. So I stretch. I
Yeah.
When am I just having to sit around or stand around and have nothing else
Yeah.
to do? So I try to, always doing something else, multitasking.
Yeah. Nope. Get that. Yeah. I don't know if it's like a weird, let's see. I would bring like TRX straps with me when I went places. So like I would hook TRX straps to like a closet or a hotel door to make sure I had a place to work out,
Hmm.
Hmm.
or an Airbnb where we were and they were easy to pack. So I don't know if that's weird, but I
What about you,
think
Cheryl?
it's fairly like it's not an odd place, but like yeah, whenever we went to Airbnbs, hotels, anything, when we traveled, I would have my TRX straps with me or at least a band with me.
I remember working out with you in the backyard at Mom's house, and we had your TRX straps to the crab apple tree.
Yes. They go everywhere. They're so versatile. They're great.
They are great.
They're great. I take my foam roller everywhere.
Yeah.
I think that's probably my go-to, and I can't say that it's weird. I think other people think I'm weird, but I don't think it's weird just to like plop down on the floor and roll something out. My in-laws are used to it now. Yeah, when I adjust it in the office, I have foam roller. Watching TV, I'm on the foam roller. That's the first thing that I pack when I'm going somewhere is the foam roller, and it's great because my foam roller is the trigger point one, so it's hollow. So you just have like the shell of it, and then I like stuff things in there and right in. It's the first thing that I pack. I can't say that it's weird or like out and weird in public, but that's probably my most consistent thing that I do that is recovery. I wouldn't even call it training, but recovery.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all like, yeah, because it feels better. But
Feels
people
better.
probably do think it's a little odd. All those things. I mean, if you're not someone who works out or, knows recovery or anything like that, they're probably like, okay. But
All right, let's see. Have
okay.
you ever pretended to be on a phone call to avoid explaining why you're out of breath?
No.
No.
If
No.
I'm out of
No.
breath, there's a reason, and I was working out or up the stairs.
You didn't see that bear back there? I didn't like no. No, if you're out of breath, you're out of breath. There's no hiding it.
No.
Own it.
What sound does your body make now that it definitely didn't make 6 months ago?
Well, I was trying to this happened with when I had Elliot too. When I tried to rock my children to sleep and I'm moving, my knee clicks. And it woke her up.
So it's pretty loud.
Yep. I was like, oh, it's back. Great.
I don't know about 6 months ago, but maybe longer than that. But like my knees creak. They don't necessarily like pop, but you can hear everything like grinding and creaking inside.
I think all of us our knees are a little beat up.
Mm-hmm.
So I had someone ask one time, I squatted down and they thought that I had pulled Velcro, like I had Velcro shoes on. And they were like, was that Velcro? I was like, no. This is why we play music, folks. This is why. So you don't hear those while I'm demoing stuff. Yeah. It just sounds bad. They don't hurt all the time. They just sound bad. Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you had to Google something weird about your body because of training?
Yes.
It's like what?
Christine, you go first.
I'm trying to, I know I have. Oh, sometimes when I run, I taste some like, I don't know if it's blood. I can't think of the flavor right now, but it's
Like
like,
pennies?
yes, pennies. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, why am I tasting this like metallic taste after I'm working out? I don't remember the answer, but it was normal. Somewhat normal.
No, I've had that like in the cold, like when I run it, if it's in the cold and I've like inhaled, I didn't put like
It's
a
happened in
buff
the
or
summer
something.
too,
Yeah,
though.
and when you like breathe in the cold air, I'll get that like burn and that little taste sometimes, but not
Mine
like inside.
happens all year round, and it's at the end of my run, like after I'm like trying to like bring my breathing back down. And
Oh,
it only sticks around for, less than 5 minutes and then it's gone.
gotcha.
It was
Yeah,
it was weird, yes.
That's weird.
Yeah.
that is weird. Cheryl?
Yeah. I'm sure I've looked up something.
I mean, you probably know the body better than all of us. So you're probably like, oh, that's blah, blah, blah.
That's normal. Don't do that. That's weird.
Yeah.
Something that I have looked up and I haven't found a good answer for is that I have tinnitus.
Oh, yeah.
If I do a workout that is heavy upper around the neck,
You'll
so
get the,
I get tinnitus, but I also get
Mhm.
like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a ocular migraine almost.
Mm,
So clearly I've got a bundle of blood vessels that I'm guessing is being compressed at some point in here. So if I
Yeah.
overdo it, sometimes burpees will do it. Sometimes like overextending or holding my breath or pushing, I can get ringing in my ears or like a weird sensation at the back of my head. It's gotten worse as I've gotten older. So I think it's blood vessel related. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Pelvic floor stuff was kind of the most recent stuff I've Googled before because I was like, will my organs fall out of my body at this point? Okay. And then the other one was when we were here the first time in Germany, it was the first time I experienced it after a soccer game. I was driving home, and I guess I don't know if it is an ocular migraine thing or whatever, but I would feel okay. I think it's due to dehydration is what I kind of read about it, but it's like it starts as like a circle in my vision, and then there's like a ring around it, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it like disappears. And I was like, and it happened to me while I was driving home from a soccer game, and I was like, this isn't safe. Like, and it was in one eye, it wasn't in both, and I was like, that can't be right. And it went away. I didn't have any other symptoms, but I was definitely like, do I have a brain tumor? Like, what? You panic and go the worst possible thing. No, it was because I was dehydrated and had a beer after the game with the rest of the team, and that didn't help. So,
I've had those a number of times. Especially I get those when what's the name of those? The Spartan races.
yeah,
Pretty extend yourself pretty hard. I mean, it's an all day thing.
yeah.
And
Oh,
a
sure. Yeah.
couple of times I was like, ooh, this isn't good. This is like an ocular migraine, like just kind of how you described. And then it goes away. But then, yeah, in the back of your head, you're like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah. You're like, well, that's not normal.
That's not normal. That didn't happen before.
You can't. Okay. All right. I thought I was like allergic to beer or something. I was like, like you just kind of guess. You're like, I don't know. Or I thought I got like hit and didn't realize it, or, all of our concussion histories. So, but I didn't. I was okay. I had recovered by that point from most of my head stuff. So,
It's
uh,
good.
yeah.
Have you worn
Yep.
something inside out or backwards during training and only noticed hours later?
Yes. Plain and simple.
Yes.
Yep. And many others have done it too, because I've seen many other clients and gym members, and I'm actually one of those things. I'm like, I tell them, like, I'll pull them aside and be like, hey, by the way, just so you know, because it's like then they go to the grocery store after, and like it's not nice. If
You
you
get
notice,
home and you're like, oh my God.
yeah, yeah. Yep. I
I
coached
have
2 classes and noticed. I was
I
like,
had just last week somebody that I coach with, they had on an outfit that covered their bottom and then it's hot on the pool deck, so they took it off and I was like, what is that? It looked like she had a tail. And so I went over, I'm like, and let her know. And she's like, oh my gosh. But it's okay.
it's okay.
It happens.
It does.
Yes.
I'm like, we all like, get dressed in the dark or in a hurry. And how many
Oh yeah.
pairs of black leggings do you guys have? I mean, Cheryl, probably not as many as Colleen and I.
Zero.
But
None.
yeah.
Or I've put on a pair of leggings thinking they were one, and I show up. I mean, in another completely different pair and of different color, and I'm like, oh,
Yep.
well.
Well, I put my sports bra on backwards before.
Oh,
Just in okay, not backwards, I guess. Inside out.
that's better. Backwards would be like,
Backwards, nothing's being held where it's supposed to be.
you're like, why? Yeah, that would be bad.
Okay, next one is what item do you keep forgetting to wash that is now basically a biohazard?
Sports bra.
Ew.
You wash it too
Sock?
much, it just disintegrates.
No, you need to wash it.
No, I do, but I wash it like every couple times I wear it.
How do you not get like raw underneath from the sweat?
Because it dries before I wear it again.
I guess maybe I'm salty.
Maybe, yeah, maybe we sweat more than you, Christine. I don't know, but I
Oh, I
definitely
sweat all the
cannot.
time.
Oh, no. Mine's like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
I
it's
can,
like
I don't wear
rough,
them twice. Yeah, it's like a, yeah, I don't wear them twice.
like sandpaper.
Mm,
Yeah.
Mine are smooth.
Maybe you got the sweet, sweet sweat, and Cheryl and I get the salty sweat.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I think mine are socks. I always forget, like, I'll take off my soccer socks and put them in my bag, and then I'll forget. So socks usually, and I'm like, well, yeah.
I think socks smell differently than sports bras. Get the
Yeah, but they're way down there, so it's okay.
yeah, but every time you move your leg, it's throwing a whiff of to your face.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Which sister would you vote off the relay team if you had to?
Oh,
Oh, that's a mean one.
Well,
I
I don't
know.
know that we would want because who's gonna pick up the slack?
Mm,
Well, I know Cheryl's not going to swim, so it looks like she's kicking me off. So just, I mean, that's, I think, how it's going to go. And I don't want to bike, so I'm kicking Cheryl off.
okay.
Or no, I don't want to bike. I'll swim, so I'll kick Christine off.
I wouldn't want to. I'm not a great biker and I'm a slow runner, so I'll kick myself off and let you guys figure it out.
Ooh, brutal. Self-sacrifice. All right, all right.
Yeah, yeah. Who has sent the most panic text message about training so far?
I don't know that I've sent messages, but I definitely feel panic because of the amount of time that I'm getting to do anything.
Mm,
I just don't always express it. That's all.
I think you have it the hardest. My kids
I
are
think
old
just,
enough where I don't have to worry about them like you do.
yeah, mine need constant supervision, unfortunately. Yeah. I'm in a tough chapter. But I feel like I don't need equipment. I don't need a pool. I don't need, I can, for the most part, do this while they're in the room in a stroller. It's tricky. It takes more planning, yes, but doable if I have the patience that day.
a tough chapter, but it won't be very long when you look back and you moving on and you think, oh wow, how did I do it? And then, but you're past
Yeah.
it, so you'll be great.
Yeah. I see all the other, moms in our building have, almost all of them have older kids, and I'm like, they all did it. It's okay. I can get through it. So, and they all did it with their husbands deployed for like 9 months, 3 times. So I'm like, I got this. So,
You got it. You can do it.
yeah.
Okay, questions from the Blister crew. What lie did you tell yourself when you signed up that you now know is complete BS?
I will have time to train every day.
That's a good one, Colleen.
I
Yeah.
mean, yes, this is yeah, that's
I am going to get into such great shape.
I'm gonna have lots of time to do this podcast and edit it, and it's gonna be great. It's fun, and it takes a lot more time than I expected.
yeah.
I think a lie that I told myself that I was trying to ignore is that I enjoy endurance sports. I, I don't. I think it's a lie that I keep trying to. It's like an aspirational want that I want to be really good and enjoy the running. I want to be really good and enjoy the cycling. It's aspirational to want to finish an Ironman and have that camaraderie and that accolade that you've checked the box that you've done it. And in reality, I
Sometimes it just sucks.
it just kind of sucks sometimes. Yeah, you just kind of got to get through it. Some people love it. I'm not one of
Yeah.
those people.
So
Yeah.
their bodies in like damaged as much as ours,
Maybe.
but they're
Possibly.
not in as much pain.
Yeah. I remember a PT
Recovery
telling
takes
me
them
when
long.
with my knee, because I was having meniscus stuff, whatever going on with just wear and tear. So I had like fraying on my meniscus, and he was helping me just make it so it didn't hurt. And he asked me, he was like, "So you're not going to be one of those people that like turn 40 and just want to run ultra marathons, right?" I was like, "No, that's not me." He goes, "Okay, they all say that, and all of a sudden they all want to be these long distance runners." And I'm like, I wonder like what that's about. Like that was a really odd thing I thought for him to ask me. And I was like, what is that about? Like, so maybe it's something like when you reach a certain age, there's like this aspiration to do that, or you're like, oh, I have the time, or oh, I need to do something. As a former athlete or something, you need a challenge, and it's something that's doable. But you hate it, so
I,
I
I
mean,
can I can understand that
Mm.
wanting the challenge. I can
Yeah,
totally understand wanting to be still competitive or active in a controlled, what's the word I'm looking for, in a organized manner.
having a goal.
Having a goal,
yeah,
something that's challenging that you wouldn't normally be able just to pick up and do. I
yeah.
understand all of that. And I feel like I've lied to myself to think that I'm that person.
Well, and I feel like in the same sense, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get up early in the morning and work out every day, but I hate getting up in the morning. I am a night person. When you guys said your schedule is like 4 p.m., 2 p.m., no, mine's like 8 o'clock at night. But then if I work out then, I'm not going to bed till after midnight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a lie. I hate getting up in the morning. It is a struggle, but I'm happy once I've done it.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah, you feel like
that's
accomplished.
what keeps me getting up on these lovely mornings to go swim.
Yeah. Yeah, we always kind of joked with like the morning classes. Like we always had like the 5 a.m. class that came in or the 6 a.m. class came in. And it was always kind of like there's a little arrogance to them because they get up before everybody else. And it's very well, it can be, it's out of necessity. They have kids, they have jobs, they have whatever. But if they kept showing up and they were regular, there's definitely a little like, to
Mhm.
that group of people, no matter where in the country I've been or where in the world I've been. There is a little yeah. I feel like it has to be like you have to do it consistently enough that like that good feeling that happens when you are done and every morning you're like I'm done. I got it over with, and that really good feeling has to be stronger than anything else
Mhm.
that can tear it down. And I think that takes a little time from what I've witnessed before.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I also
I
think that
haven't tried it with kids, but
I read a couple statistics and I don't remember where I read them, but there's a misnomer of success related to people who get up early. It's more about people who are able to schedule their time well,
mm,
less
that makes sense.
about just getting up early, but that is a tactic that some people use to be able to schedule their time. So it's being just disciplined around your time, whether it be 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. The time doesn't necessarily matter for the human. It's the being consistent about the schedule.
That
That
makes sense.
so
Yeah.
that was one of the interesting things when I was. I mean, I've been looking at sleep for a long time for myself, and am I sabotaging myself by sleeping and then doing things in the evening? The statistics show not really. You have to be consistent with your bodily rhythms.
Yeah. I'll definitely say like if I know I needed to work out all day and it got pushed back and got pushed back and got pushed back. And there's days where like, nope, I've just gone at 10 p.m. at night and I've worked out because otherwise I'm not going to fall asleep because all I'm going to do is be pissed and be mad at myself that that was my only goal today and everything else got in the way. So there is, I mean, that doesn't happen every time, but there's definitely days where it's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care that it's 10 o'clock at night. I don't care. The kids are in bed and I can get it done and I'll
Well,
go
and
downstairs.
it's important for you to have that time for yourself and not to have any other distractions, and that's needed. And
Yeah.
and that helps get your frustrations from the day, your venting
Yeah.
from the day. It just gets your mind clear again, so you can do it again the next day.
Yeah. But sometimes sleep is needed too.
I understand.
And if I'm too tired, I will pick my 3 hours of sleep that I'll get before one of them wakes up over,
Right,
you know,
right. And
working out.
so for me, when I would get like that, I would do something small. I would do stretches. I would do push-ups and squats right there with them, and just make a dance out of it so that I was moving and just get something in. And no, it
Yeah.
was not a great workout, but it got something.
It's
And
moving.
yes,
Yeah.
and that way I'm not so hyped up that I can't go to sleep.
Yeah. It is hard for me to not get as much as I want to do. Like,
Mhm.
you know, I have my plan of what I know my body needs and what I like, okay, I need to do single leg, blah, blah, blah. You know, I need to do this. And then if I don't get to it, it is really, really frustrating. And so it's like, yes, I can do the little stuff. And I have, of course, done like, okay, I can do 5, 10, 15 of push-ups, sit-up, squats just to get something and move, or I can stretch or whatever. But I'm always like, it's not what I wanted. It's not what I want.
Mhm. Well, and there's even
It's hard to-
times I'll do like one set and I'll get distracted, and then I'll come back and have to do another set, 2 hours later. And it's frustrating. You don't feel like you actually get
Yeah.
a good workout, but you got the movements in.
Yeah. Yeah. Just accept workouts look a little different
Temporarily.
temporarily.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll get it back.
One day I'll be a little beastie again. We'll find out. One day.
Excellent. Colleen, you want to move us on to the next section?
All right. So, mood meter word for the week, how we're feeling, what we're going to go forward this week with. And Cheryl, go.
Yay. So I think that I would like to commit to consistency of minimums. We were just talking about how hard it is to stay motivated and just do the thing. One of the things that I have found helpful in the last couple weeks, especially as it's gotten colder, darker, more miserable, is committing to just like this tiny goal. And I usually do more than that tiny goal, but just the tiny goal gets me there. So for rowing, it's 1,000 meters a day. I can do 1,000 meters in what? It takes like 4 minutes. So
Sorry, Christine.
so I'm showing up for just these couple of meters, and
Yeah.
I usually sit on the rower for much longer than that, but it's just that consistency of just that minimum of just the bare minimum of getting there. And that's what I'm taking away probably this whole month is just showing up for the very bare minimum and not planning on the peaks of feeling awesome, but planning on feeling crappy and still showing up.
Nice. I'll take that. Yeah. All right, Christine.
I can't really think of one so much, but just listening to Cheryl, I was thinking just getting through the cold months, doing something every day, even if it's something different, but doing something every day, and just moving to where it's going to feel better. So getting through winter.
Yeah. January, just getting through.
Just get through. And then you got February. That's not much different.
Keep chugging along.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I think mine is going to be I'm going to use the word acceptance. I'm just going to accept that things are going to be a little different. My expectations aren't going to be a reality. Everything's going to be different. I'm going to accept that like there's going to be interruptions, there's going to be things that happen, but I'm still going to push forward to do the best that I can, accepting that it's not going to look the way I want it to look.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's
That's
what I'm going to do.
Colleen, are you playing soccer right now, or is it done?
They're doing winter tournaments, but I don't really want to play indoor because it hurts my body.
Yeah, it hurts.
It's too the floor, even though they do spring floors, it's too hard on my knees, and then I hurt for like a day after. They have tournaments and stuff. So we have one more tournament on the 31st, and then we start practices February, I think. So, and then we start outside end of February, beginning of March. I think we start. So,
All right,
yeah.
that's around the corner.
We'll see how it goes.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps up this episode of Sisters Before Blisters. Next episode, we're going to talk about mindset, and you can follow along with us on YouTube or anywhere where you get your podcasts. We're everywhere, so just search for Sisters Before Blisters. And the key to this episode is just keep showing up. Just keep showing up. And
Keep chasing the dream.
keep chasing the dream.
Keep chasing.
We'll see you next
There should
time.
be like sound effects. Like,
Careful, it might start a fire. That's it for Sisters Before Blisters. If you've enjoyed hanging out with us, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And drop us a comment with what resonated with you today. Also, share this with someone who needs a push to try something new. There's nothing like trying something completely out of your comfort zone to remind you what you're made of. Until next time, keep chafing the dream.